What can, where did the name come from?
Umbra being shut up. They talk about the duality of nature, like positive, negative, light, dark. That is subject matter of the song we sing, you know?
Okay. Can you talk about the genre that you guys stick to when it comes to making your originals and also playing any covers?
What?
I'm just going to.
It's your turn.
I was not decided. Fine, by popular consent. Well, our genre, the funny part about it is it's not a set in stone kind of thing. Everybody in the band pulls from their influences, and fortunate for us, all those influences converge, at almost the same point or touch on the same points.
Yeah.
So we all kind of mute in the same musical, theatrical space, which is awesome. So even though the influences personally might be diverse, but it stretches to such a point that it kind of overlaps, and then from that overlap arises Verge.
All right. So you mentioned influences just now. Can you talk about your influences?
Well, me personally, music-wise, well, it's simple. It can be complicated or complex,
Yeah.
but so long as it has some underlying melody behind it, I'm okay. So, 1 second you find me jamming out to Breaking Benjamin,
Yeah.
and then on the other hand, I am a fan of the prog masters, and one of the prog masters, Animals as Leaders,
Okay.
and their styles, they are very stylistically different, playing-wise, instrument-wise, but they still have that underlying concept of melody carrying everything, and that's always been my biggest thing.
Yeah. What about who else wants to talk about their influences? Or who in the band influences the band more with their influences, their personal influences? Like who's the one who would be like, hey, let's try this song this way, or who's the person that sets the structure to the song or the mood? Who's the one that will come up to the table and be like, hey, I got a riff or I got some melody in my head, can we try it out or something?
Well, basically, there's me and him. We always work together. We work together for years.
Yeah.
So it's like we have like a bunch of riffs in workshop. Sometimes we have it out, but more or less our thing is we love like In Flames, like Swedish melodic death.
Yeah.
In Flames soil work, Arch Enemy, all Arch Enemy.
Yeah.
And of course, the old school we got Pantera, Metallica,
Yeah, definitely.
stuff like that, Slayer, But riffs basically just come out. I have no idea how it come out, but it just goes.
Yeah, it just
Yeah, it just goes that way.
All right, so let's talk about Metal Haven. What are your thoughts on Metal Haven? This is the 8th annual Metal Haven that we're having here in Belize, and I believe you guys have played before, right?
Yes.
How have those experiences been?
They come from, so far I see that they come from, what I said, the heart, and they get more organized and more organized. Like, just at the 8th year, Oscar, they do a pretty good job in getting all these bands together,
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think? What do you think, Banana?
How does that make you feel?
Oh crap, we have an actual banana.
We have a fifth one.
Whoa. Okay, that's cool.
All right, so what can you tell us about, or what are your thoughts on the rock scene in Belize?
Your turn.
Okay, to be honest, it's way too quote unquote underground for my liking. Funny story, funny thought. When the question about how Metal Haven is this year, it kind of reminded me, like, if you look at the history of Wacken, it has now grown to be the biggest metal festival in the world. Over 80,000 attendees every year. Tickets sell out the day after the last year's show was done for the very next year.
Yeah.
It started just like this. It was a couple of people who loved the music so much that they figured, what, we're gonna make some people listen to this, and we're gonna make them come, and we're gonna make them have a good time.
Yeah.
And that's how it grew. In Belize, it's kind of getting to that stage, but it's still very much, on the ground. It's almost like a secret society-ish kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
You meet somebody and it turns out they listen to rock or metal and you're like, yay! peace, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. But it's growing. That's the one thing that I can say about it right now. People are coming out, stepping up to owning the music and how much they love it and stuff like that. So it's growing, but at the same time, because of where Belize is culturally, socially, all the alleys you might want to add into that,
Yeah.
it's still kind of undergroundish. But there's hope. Man, there is hope.
Unfortunately.
All right. Let's talk about your future plans. You guys have any future gigs coming up soon?
Cuba.
We're going to
Cuba?
Cuba,
All
next
right.
week,
Cuba,
actually.
next week. Wednesday we leave for Cuba. It's what's the name of the festival again?
Patria Grande.
Patria
Roller
Grande?
R's,
Yeah.
Roller R's. Patria Grande.
All right. Who else is gonna be playing for that?
Yeah, here comes the Kraken.
Here comes the Kraken, Totem. Yeah, they don't come and watch Bunny fly. But like, some awesome fun.
All right. Okay, wait to make that motorcycle go.
Yep.
All right. The last thing we're gonna talk about are just any shout outs or any like announcements or what I want to.
Definitely have to shout out Mitch, BTB, and Tropicare.
They're the biggest.
Possible. So,
And if I were to add one more thing, it boggles my mind, it blows my mind time after time that we have a core group of fans that support us, that dedicate whatever they have to making sure or to trying to make this happen.
Yeah.
And those I call them the big three, that was just mentioned, and our fans, they are the reason we're here today. So the fans definitely, I can't even begin to list them all by name, but they have been with us from get-go when this was, puttering around, so to speak, but they've been with us up until this stage and they're still supporting, they're still vocal, I might even equate them to Slayer's fans in terms of their dedication and tenacity,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's good, man. All right, well, thank you so much, Verge of Umbra here at the 8th Annual Metal Haven Bash. Thank you so much, guys.